The Orioles are en masse on an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball in downtown Baltimore. The Orioles welcome in the Kansas City Royals tonight. It's game one of a three-game weekend series. And hi, everybody. I'm Jim Hunter. Thanks for joining us as the Orioles come off their day off yesterday, their first in 20 days. It had been a tough stretch. And as the Orioles welcome in Kansas City tonight, their pitching staff is looking to overcome the first bump in the road of the season. Of course, the pitching staff in large part responsible for the Orioles getting to and maintaining first place, but it's been a struggle for the starters the last time through the rotation. You go back to Jason HAMMEL's last start in Washington last Saturday night, a start he actually won, but he lasted just 5 1/3, 4 earned runs. CHEN then lost the finale in D.C. He lasted 4 1/3 and allowed 6 runs. Tommy Hunter went 6 innings on Monday, but 5 earned runs and a no decision. BRAYAN outstanding in the win on Tuesday, 1 run in 6 1/3, and Jake Arrieta on Wednesday in the rubber game, he allowed 4 runs in 5 2/3 in the loss. So one quality start over the last 5. And Mike, maybe it's a good thing that it's HAMMEL on the mound tonight because he's the most experienced of the starters as they look to get this thing going.
Well, they do look to the veteran leadership to get him back on track. But, you know, the starters have been great all year. They've had this one bump in the road, like you said. You know, HAMMEL's battling a knee injury, so we'll see what he has tonight. CHEN, his worst outing of the year. Hunter and Arrieta, I see these guys as kind of a work in progress yet. I've seen them throw their bullpens, and they've just been outstanding. So it's just a matter of trusting that, taking it into ball games, and letting their natural abilities take over because they have great stuff, you know. So and Mattis obviously improving, it seems, every start. So I still think there's a lot of positives in this rotation. I just think it's just a little bump in the road, and hopefully HAMMEL gets them all back on track tonight.
Now the Orioles lead the American League in home runs hit, and a trend has developed in games in which they hit home runs and in games in which they do not, and the success that follows that. Now, the Orioles have homered in 38 of the 45 games played, and their winning record, 27-11. That's a 7-11 winning percentage. But how about that? In games without a home run, it's happened only 7 times. They have won just once on the year, and that was in Anaheim, the finale, that 3-2 game in 10 innings. So I guess you live by the long ball, and at times you might die by the long ball if you don't get it.
Well, those numbers obviously show that, but I don't think the Orioles go up there and look to hit a home run when they step to the plate. I think they have a great approach. I think Presley preaches aggressiveness, and I just don't see guys taking like home run swings every time they step up to the plate. I see them being on top of the ball, staying through the ball, getting their pitches, waiting for pitchers to make mistakes, and they've been able to take advantage of it. And they take advantage of it late in the game to help the Orioles win ball games.
And yesterday, the Orioles, Mike, enjoying that day off. They had been scheduled 20 consecutive games, and it's amazing how well they got through the stretch. Buck Showalter, worth repeating, on the Orioles. Really proud of the effort and the way these guys have gotten through it after these 20 games. We knew looking at the schedule, it was going to be a real challenge for us physically, mentally, and emotionally. And even with the loss, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox. That lost on Wednesday. The Orioles went 12-8 during that tough 20-game stretch.
Well, it is a grind. You know, the whole season's a grind, and they went through a terrible stretch. I look at the whole season, it's just been a challenge. And now to have this 20-game stretch, you know, done and over with, hopefully move on and take care of the Kansas City Royals.
And tonight, the first of 3 against the Royals as they come to town for the first time this year. It is a perfect night for baseball. Lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep in the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. It is a gorgeous day downtown. Time for our train game time temperature. 85 degrees with a slight breeze and the humidity of 55%, actually lower than it was earlier today. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Well, the first of three against Kansas City. The Dodge starting lineups for the Royals. Gerard Dyson, then Eric Hosmer and Billy Butler. Mike Moustakas now in that cleanup spot. This season, 279, 7 home runs and 19 RBIs. Jeff FRANCOEUR in right, then Alex Gordon. Brian PENA will catch. Irving FALU at second base, and ALCIDES ESCOBAR at shortstop will bat ninth. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup.
Here's the scouting report on Jason HAMMEL tonight. The knee. He's been hampered by that sore knee, and he's been unable to condition the way he has in the past. So this week, the Orioles trainers, Brian Ebel and Richie Bancells, ramped up his training in the therapy pool. So hopefully his endurance and knee strength has picked up. Change up. Jason's worked hard on developing his change with pitching coach Rick Adair, and it could be a big factor against tonight's Kansas City Royals. They have 6 lefties in the lineup. Establish in. He's had a plus fastball all year with great life, and if he can make the inside part of the plate his, it's only going to make his changeup that much better.
All right, so explain that to me, because he's limiting his running because of the knee. He's getting that done in the pool. Right,
the therapy pool. There's a treadmill in the pool, so he's able to run in there, low impact work, and he can do squats and other leg training with that kind of just body weight resistance in the therapy pool.
Well, he gets ahead of Gerard Dyson 0-1. Dyson in that leadoff spot at 253. And down and in, nearly hit the back foot. So HAMMEL making his 9th start on the year, 5-1 for the Birds, and coming off a win last Saturday in Washington where he was real good for 5 innings and then seemed to fatigue in the 6th.
Well, that's been the case his last couple outings, it seemed. He gets into that 5th inning, and he throws pretty much perfect ball games up until that point, and then he just gets a little winded, and he starts elevating his fastball, and they take advantage of it.
1-2 is hit towards short. Hardy will charge to get the speedy Dyson, and he gets it across in time, and 1 away here in the first.
Well, here's the Orioles defense tonight. Xavier Avery in left field. Adam Jones out in center. MARKAKIS in right. Steve TOLLESON gets the start at third base. Hardy and Andino up the middle. Wilson Benjamin over at first base, and catcher Matt Wieters.
Here's Eric Hosmer, who is in the number 2 spot. His bat has come on a bit since the Orioles saw the Royals last week, and there's a breaking ball outside and 1-0.
That ground ball right there is a good sign that HAMMEL's fastball is working early. He's 5th in the league in ground ball outs.
This is low there, and it's 2-0. HAMMEL 2-0 at home and 3-1 on the road. This ball's hit towards right center field. It'll hang for MARKAKIS, and Nick has it for the out, and 2 quick outs for HAMMEL in the first inning. And that'll bring up Billy Butler, who is enjoying another fine start to his season. This guy, Mike, he's just one of those guys that made his way to the big leagues. He could just flat out hit.
Oh, yeah. He's a professional hitter. There's no doubt about it. Great numbers this year. 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. And you can see by that chart right there, 5th in the league.
He also has 18 multi-hit games on the season and already has 50 base hits. 2 outs and none on. Probably the only part of his game that they thought would develop more that hasn't is the home runs. But he does get the extra base hits. He's got 20 of them on the year. There's a strike on the outer edge and 1-1. So HAMMEL trying to win his 6th and get this weekend off to a good start. As the Orioles yesterday enjoyed their first day off in 3 weeks. Good cut, and fouled it back, 1-2. Now we look at the quality starts of the Orioles staff on the year. This is for the Orioles their 46th game. Well, they've had 22 quality starts, and that's defined at least 6 innings and 3 or fewer runs. Well, they've gone 21-1 in those 22 games, and there's a base hit to right field on a hanging breaking ball. So Butler's on with 2 men down. So the Orioles yesterday finally got that day off. They were scheduled for 20 consecutive days. They are 5-0 on the year in the game following a day off, tied for the best in the majors. Kansas City, on the other hand, is tied for worst. They have not won a single game this year following a day off. They don't like rest.
No, it doesn't seem that way. And I think the Orioles would like more off days.
Mike Moustakas will bat with a runner on and 2 down, and HAMMEL to the stretch for the first time. And it's a little low, 1-0. HAMMEL allows an average of just over 10 base runners per 9 innings as Ned Yost sees his team get a base runner with 2 men down. It's a key statistic, Mike, for any pitcher who's going to fare well, especially a starter. How many men get on base? And HAMMEL 10.3. If you're down close to 10 as a starter, you're doing real well.
Yeah, you sure are. Obviously limiting the amount of opportunities for the opposing team. And HAMMEL has done a great job of that to this point.
Ball and a strike on Moustakas. And a pop-up foul ground third base side that'll float back in the crowd. So Moustakas is down in the count 1-2.
Royals are actually a pretty aggressive. Some fireworks already.
Somebody hit a button. that was not supposed to happen.
Now the Royals are pretty aggressive on the bases. They love to run. They love to hit and run, steal bases. But with Butler over there at first, I don't think they're going to be as aggressive.
Yeah, Butler does not have a steal, but Kansas City as a team has 24. And they've also been caught 14 times. So the count holding 1-2 on Moustakas. There's Butler with a small lead off first, held there by Wilson Betemit. And he got him. Oh, that pitch broke down and in. Foul tip held by WIETERSC, and the inning ends. A base hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Here come the Birds. Here's a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineups for the Birds. Robert Andino in the leadoff spot, doing a real good job at 258, 3 home runs, and 14 RBIs. Then J.J. Hardy and Nick Markakis with Adam Jones in the cleanup spot. Matt Wieters will catch him at 5th. Wilson Betemit at first tonight. Then Chris Davis DHing. Steve Tolleson at 3rd, and Xavier Avery in left field will bat 9th.
This is scouting report tonight on Bruce Chen. He's a crafty lefty. He doesn't throw very hard, but he can cut and sink his fastball and mixes in his changeup, curve, and slider with different arm angles to keep hitters off balance. Pitches backwards, likes to throw his off-speed pitches and hitters counts 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. He throws a lot of fastballs 0-2 and 1-2. Get him early. If he settles into the game, he becomes more effective, and hitters' frustrations grow, and he uses that to his advantage.
Ball's behind Andino, 1-0. Of course, Bruce Chen very comfortable on this Camden Yards mound. And Andino pops up an off-speed pitch down the line. Who's it going to be? It is Escobar, the shortstop, and he can't make the play. So Andino has life as it goes off his glove.
MOUSTAKAS got a little roughed up in there. Ran into one of the ball boys out in the corner. A fly ball here by Andino in foul territory, and MOUSTAKAS gives chase and has a collision. One of the guards over there. Oh, got him right in the jaw.
So the security guys, they were just trying to get out of the way, not knowing where the ball was, and they actually ran right to the ball.
Right.
They had a better angle than MOUSTAKAS had.
Well, somebody call it.
There's the breakdown for Chen. Not much of a difference, except in the home runs. Right-handers have hit 5 of the 6 against him. And inside, he misses with 2-1. Well, Bruce pitched for the Orioles for 3 seasons, 2004, 5, and 6. He made 82 appearances in 51 starts for the Birds. Change up his high, ball 3. Andino 2 out of 11 on the homestand. And there's ball 4 down and in, so a leadoff walk, not a good idea. Our PNC Inside the Numbers brought to you by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And how about Bruce Chen in his first 6 starts? He was 0-4 with an ERA approaching 5. However, in his last 3, he has won them all, and the ERA at 2.75. So all the numbers on the right dramatically improved from all those numbers on the left.
Yeah, they sure are. He settles in. I think he went against some aggressive offenses, and he uses that aggressiveness against them.
He is pitching with his 10th major league team.
Pitching coach Dave Island there.
He's left-handed. He can breathe.
Yeah.
So he keeps getting opportunities, and he actually, late in his career, has become more and more consistent. He has pitched for Atlanta. That was the team that originally signed him out of his native Panama. Then he went to the Phillies, to the Mets, Montreal, Cincinnati, Houston, Boston, Baltimore, Texas, and now Kansas City. 1-1 on Hardy. Hardy ball base hit left field. So Hardy, who was given Wednesday off and then had the team day off yesterday, gets a base hit in his first at bat here tonight. 2 on and none out.
Here's the Royals defense tonight. Gordon out left field, Dyson in center, FRANCOEUR in right. MOUSTAKAS, you saw that collision there at third, Escobar at short, FALU at second base, HOSMER over at first, and PENA doing the catching.
Kansas City is 8th in the league in fielding, and here is Nick Markakis. Markakis a chance to get the Orioles on the board here in the first. 8 home runs and 24 RBIs. Andino at second, Hardy at first, and none down. And it's off the plate outside, 1-0. Well, Nick Markakis on some kind of a tear over the last 8 games. 324 average, couple of home runs, and 8 RBIs. You average an RBI a game, you're swinging well.
Sure are. He's seeing the ball well. Nick goes in and out sometimes with some approaches at the plate, but he seems to have settled into this one, having some success with it. Tinkers. He tinkers with his hand position a lot. I think right now I talked to Presley, the hitting coach, and said that his hands are a little bit elevated here in this streak, so he's able to be shorter and more direct to the ball. You can see him up on his shoulder right there in his stance.
Here's the 1-1, check swing, and it's in there for a strike. So 1-2 as Chen gets ahead of him. Chen will average about 6 strikeouts per game, but he does not hurt himself with walks. He walked to Andino just the 12th on the year, and this is his 10th start. Nick's numbers in the breakdown: 222 against left-handers. Chen gets ahead of him 1-2. And too far inside, and it hit him. So Markakis on a 1-2 pitch will head down to first base, and the Orioles have the bases loaded with nobody down.
Well, that pitch got away. It looked like it got Markakis on the left wrist, and it did. And there should be some concern there. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes out and takes a look at that.
Wayne Kirby requesting time at first base. But Showalter on the step looking out. And here comes Richie Bancells to check just in case as Markakis slumped over by the first base bag. Okay, that was quick. I'm okay. What are you doing out here?
See, Richie Bancells loves to hear that kind of news. He said, go back. Get out of here. I'm fine.
So Markakis to first loads the bases for Adam Jones, who just received a real nice ovation by the home fans. Of course, all of the talk around town that he's on the verge of a big contract extension. And he takes inside 1-0. Of course, Adam is in the midst of a 15-game hitting streak in which he is batting .355 with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs during the streak. It's the longest of his career at 15. Broken back, fly ball, left center field. Andino will tag. The left fielder cuts in front. That's Gordon. Here comes Andino. Here comes the throw. It is cut off, and Andino slides in. And PENA appears to be a little bit upset at the plate. He thought he had a chance at the plate.
Yeah, he is upset. He wanted that ball to come through. I don't know who hollered cut to MOUSTAKAS over there at third base, but that looked like a pretty good throw from Gordon out in left field. Andino happy about that. Big smile in the dugout. Chen gets in on Jones a little bit, but Andino has good speed. DeMarlo Hale says, hey, test him early in the ball game. And that throw is online, and you see the reaction right there from PENA. Ball is right on line. PENA showing his frustration.
So the Orioles grab the lead for Adams' 30th RBI. First and second, one down now for Wieters. He swings through a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Matt, except for pinch hitting in the 9th inning, also got Wednesday off, so back-to-back days for him. And of all the players on the team, he certainly is the one that probably benefited most from that.
Yeah, well deserved, first of all, but much needed as well. He's kind of been in a mini slump here as of late, but he's caught a lot of innings, a lot of extra inning ball games here in the stretch too.
And he bounces it foul behind DeMarlo Hale, so Wieters down in the count, 0-2. Wieters does not yet have a home run batting right-handed. All 8 of his home runs have come from the other side of the plate. His batting average is pretty good from the right side, but he has only 36 at-bats compared to 111 from the other side. But he's batting .278 right-handed. And fouls it off to stay alive. Chen, 6 years in the National League. He's in his 9th year in the American League, so his 15th season. He has 63 wins, 62 losses in his career. Hardy at second, Markakis at first with 1 down. And he popped him up, another changeup. Out in front of the plate, here comes HOSMER, the first baseman, and he's got it for the out and 2 down on the Oriole first. Well, the Orioles at 28-17, and they have played very well against the AL Central. They have won all 3 of the series, going 8-1 in the process. The one loss was to the White Sox when they took 3 out of 4 in Chicago. 1-2 against the West in the series, and 1-0 against the NL East when they took 2 out of 3 from the Nats. Of course, 14-9 against the AL East, and that's where they'll play the majority of their games. So 5-2-1 in their 8 series against the East. Ned Yost, his young club, is beginning to show signs as Bettamy comes in and takes ball 1. They were a pick by many to surprise in the AL Central this year, and then they got off to the horrible start because of that long losing streak at home.
A 10-game losing streak at home.
Bettamy swings through a changeup.
Early on, much of it was the starting pitching. I think they like their young players. MOUSTAKAS at third, HOSMER over at first base. Gordon out in left, and even some of the new guys, but a little bit older, like Dyson out in center field, have impressed. So they have some tools, and I think they're a dangerous team. But just like any other major league team, if the pitching isn't there, it's going to be tough for them to have success.
The Royals are 12th in the American League in team pitching. They're at 4.31. And their starters are also 12th, and their starters ERA is actually higher. The Kansas City starters ERA is 5.05. So your starters are giving up 5. You're asking your hitters, well, we need 6. That's a tough combination.
It sure is. I think most offenses are happy if they can put 5 runs up or close to it.
Change up, base hit left field. Hardy got a late start. He will be held at third by DeMarlo Hale. Throw comes all the way through, and Hardy had to make sure that ball got through. Of course, with 2 outs, he would be going on the swing, but he wanted to make sure it got by the shortstop.
Well, you knew Moustakas was going to let this one go, but for him, I think if he gets a little bit deeper, he has a better view of the runner and what he's doing. So maybe more down towards home plate. You see where he stops maybe 5 or 6 feet on the cut right there, 10 feet. If he comes down the line more, even beyond DeMarlo Hale, he can see what the runner's going to be doing a little bit better and make adjustments from there.
So 22 pitches for Chen here in the first, and he's not done yet as Chris Davis will bat with the bases loaded. Hardy, Markakis, Bettamy, third to first. And the curveball in there for a strike. Davis is DHing tonight. So he has been very good with runners on base, and he's got 3 of them on base here in the first inning. And fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Chris Davis in his career against Kansas City, 341, 3 home runs, and 6 RBIs. He falls behind here quickly, though. No balls and 2 strikes. If Chen gets out of this with only 1 run, it'll be a miracle. Second time in the inning, the Orioles have the bases loaded. And good patience there by Davis. He takes outside 1-2.
Well, Bettman's base hit was a little bit too hard. I think Presley ought to talk to him about that. With runners in scoring position, sometimes you got to soften it up a little bit. Of course, Wilson had that big home run in Kansas City, that 2-run home run to tie it up, that 15 inning affair, where that was plenty hard enough.
And it's a little high. It had plenty of the plate, 2-2. Buck Showalter's club at 28-17. They have a 1-game lead on Tampa Bay in the East for first place. The Blue Jays are 4 back in third. The Yankees are 4.5 out. And the Red Sox are 5.5 out in last place. Every team in the East has a 500 or better record. Boston at 22-22. Davis fouls it off to stay alive. The NL East has the exact same scenario as the AL East. Every team in the NL East is at least at 500, including the last place Phillies, who are 23-23. The Nationals holding a 1-game lead on the Braves in that division. A 2-2 on Davis, who is 3 out of 10 on the homestand. Chen comes sidearm, and he gets him a high pitch, and Davis swings through it. So the strikeout gets Chen out of further damage. Orioles get a run. We'll head to the second. 1-0 O's. 877-241-LUNA. Well, there's a double dose of Adam Jones. And Nick MARKAKIS fan as well here at Oriole Park. As the sun sets on this May the 25th, Memorial Day weekend. So the Orioles settle for a run, but Chen left the bases loaded. Here's FRANCOEUR, takes strike one from Jason HAMMEL. Gordon on deck, then PENA for the Royals. FRANCOEUR brings a 4-game hitting streak into Baltimore. HAMMEL in the first, a 2-out single to Butler, but then struck out Mike MOUSTAKAS to end the inning. Oh, good pitch there. A lot of movement away from the swing of FRANCOEUR, 1-2.
Yeah, nice slider on the outer part of the plate. I think FRANCOEUR saw it pretty big and took an aggressive cut at it, but just enough movement to get off the end of his bat.
And he fouls it off. FRANCOEUR, one of those young veterans, if you will, that Mike was referring to earlier, 28 years old. Second season with the Royals. And a bouncer towards the middle. Hardy can't get to it. There's a base hit. So he got the ground ball, but it finds a hole. And the Royals have their leadoff man on in the second. So a 5-game hitting streak for FRANCOEUR. The Maryland Lottery strikeout-rich contestant of the game is Brian Phelps of Huntingtown. Brian has already won $500 for every strikeout the Orioles pitch during the game. He'll win another $100 from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn non-winning strikeout-rich scratch-offs into cash and enter to win great Orioles prizes at mdlottery.com/strikeitRich. And good luck to Brian.
Yeah, Orioles with the familiar shift on defense against Alex Gordon.
And HAMMEL misses outside, 1-0.
Tolleson still up tight a little bit at third base, just in case. We've seen a few hitters this year try to beat the shift with the bunt attempts. So he's up pretty close to the edge of the grass.
And again, he misses outside. So they're defending him on the infield to pull, and HAMMEL twice has gone outside.
Well, it's kind of funny, you've seen that a lot, but I think it's just hitters' tendencies. If they have, if they're pull hitters, they can pull outside pitches.
Right.
They really can.
Here's the 2-0 and the breaking ball in there for a strike. The Orioles have turned 50 double plays on the year, and they've been playing much better in the field. 3 straight games without an error, and just 1 error total in the past 5 games. So the defense has been picking up for the Birds. 2-1 on Gordon. Swing and a miss, 2-2. It's still kind of amazing, though, Mike, when you look at it. The Orioles have made 40 errors on the year, and they have more throwing errors than fielding errors. They have 21 throwing errors and 19 fielding.
Well, it is, and that's an issue, obviously, and I think it's been pointed to by DeMarlo Hale, the infield instructor, just about continuing to work your feet on throws and set yourself. I know a lot of them came early from third base. It's a tough position creating angles, but you have to kind of stay with the pace of the game and keep your feet consistent and move them towards the target. Steve Tolleson, playing third tonight, done a nice job over there. We've seen him make some really good plays.
FRANCOEUR runs on 3-2. It's taken for a strike. Go to second base. Goes into center field as Hardy couldn't knock it down. And that will allow FRANCOEUR to get to third. So Gordon is down on strikes, but on the stolen base and error on WIETERSC, the Royals have the tying run at third and 1 down.
Yeah, FRANCOEUR takes off with the high strike call. WIETERSC comes out. JJ just tries to short hop that one, but it hits the lip of the grass and stays low. Just scoots right under JJ's glove. Typically a pretty easy pick for JJ. Just caught the edge of that grass. Scoots underneath.
So the Royals get a break. FRANCOEUR running just to avoid the double play, and he ends up at third. And here's Brian PENA, the catcher. Switch hitter batting left against HAMMEL. 264 on the year for Kansas City. And a foul straight down at the plate.
Wow. First pitch. Kind of a check swing drive to Matt Wieters behind the plate. That's what. That's a sign of what Hammel's fastball is doing. You know, 95 miles an hour with that movement. Just caught him off guard, and here he is, the 7-hole hitter. So he's seen him pitch this whole inning, and still it gets on him.
Chases a high pitch, and he's down in the count 0-2. So what's his favorite pitch with 2 strikes to a batter? 61% of the time he uses that fastball.
Well, why not? He has a great fastball. He has a plus fastball with incredible life to it. We've seen how much it moves and how it can get on hitters.
The 0-2 to Pena. Weak ground ball towards second. FRANCOEUR coming to the plate. Here's the throw. He is out at the plate. Great tag by Wieters and an alert throw by Andino. Cuts off the run, and 2 men are down.
Oh, all the way around. Great pitch. Got in on Pena's hands. Great quick play. Andino was playing back, probably a 3 depth at second base, but aggressively comes and gets the ball, seeing FRANCOEUR go. And one-timer, boom. Low throw to Wieters. Wieters holds his ground and has to reach up and get the tag. Great play by Matt Wieters.
An alert play by Andino. You're only going to get 1 out anyway, and if you are, you may as well cut down the run.
Yeah, he recognized that right off the bat and was really aggressive to the ball. He was playing probably 10 feet in the dirt and fielded that ball almost by the mound. He got in there quickly. Great read. So much of infield play, adjusting the speed of the ball and the speed of the runner is just anticipation, and he was on it.
Well, DeMarlo Hale will be happy with that. Good decision and good execution by Andino and Wieters. Irving FALU, the batter, took a strike. Pokes a foul the other way, and it's 0-2. Current hitting streaks, longest in the American League. Of course, Adam Jones at 15. FALU is at 9. Batting a nice tidy 400 on the year, playing in his 10th game, so he's picked up a hit in every game he's played. Runner goes. The 0-2 is fouled back.
Well, FALU's getting another opportunity here with Getz. Getz is still recovering from.
He's on the DL now.
Yeah, well, Davis ran into him at first base down the first baseline. So FALU getting an opportunity to play and taking advantage of it. Longtime minor league player. He's gotten an opportunity, and he's impressed.
Getz has a left rib cage contusion. 0-2 is outside, 1-2. If you're wondering what the heck the catcher was doing taking off there on an 0-2 pitch, Bettamy backed off the base, so he wasn't being held. So I guess he figured, well, if you're letting me run, I may as well run. Bettamy trying to stay close now with the left-hander up. And inside with that breaking ball. And HAMMEL even in the count now, 2-2.
Well, and I think they may be thinking that they're going to shut Pena down anyway, even if he does have an opportunity to run, because they're running out of catchers in the organization. They're 1 and 2 catchers, both recovering from knee surgery out of spring training.
2-2 is hit towards short. Harding looked to second, goes to first, and in time to get FALU as Andino is deep in the hole. So a single at error, 1 left, mid-second at Camden Yards, 1-0 O's. to look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Of course, it's all about teamwork, and Robert Andino and Matt Wieters combining to cut down what would have been the tying run. An alert play by Andino. He got the ball to Wieters, and Wieters with the nice tag on FRANCOEUR that cut down that run.
Yeah, great play by Andino. He's quite a defender, and I think a lot of people look at Robert as almost a five-tool type player, even though he doesn't have the type of power that would stand out and put him in that category. But so versatile in the infield, has played shortstop, so plenty of arm strength there, but such a quick release and nice accurate running throw on that play.
And that's knowing what you're going to do before it happens. You don't make that play unless you're thinking it.
You're exactly right. It's all about anticipation. You have to plan ahead what you're going to do with the ball. You know, if he dives to the right, is he going to still think that he can get up and make that play on FRANCOEUR? You just have to plan for everything.
Tollesson to center field. Gerard Dyson will get to it. And he's got it for the out. And one down. So Chen gets the first out. The leadoff walk in the first inning came around to score. This will be a very busy week for the Orioles and their scouting department, as the draft is getting closer and closer and closer. And Xavier Avery, of course, a second-round pick who came through the Orioles system. Chen gets ahead of Avery, 0-1. And there's a strike on the corner, so quickly 0-2. Chen needed 28 pitches to get through that first inning.
Yeah, they worked him. Base on balls, hit batsman.
Curveball hit the center field. And there's Dyson again, so a 3-pitch out for Avery and 2 down here in the Orioles second.
We talked about Avery in the draft a few years ago being one of the top picks selected by the Orioles. What a story he's been. A raw player taken out of high school and developed through the system. And I think people pretty surprised that he's up here already, but a tribute to him and his work ethic and what he's been able to accomplish in such a short time.
Robert Andino now. He drew a leadoff walk in the first and scored. And he swings for a changeup, 0-1. Well, there's Dave Jennings in the tan golf shirt, one of the Orioles scouts, and he was the scout that discovered Xavier Avery. He also has 2 other players in this game tonight. He found Nick Markakis, and he found, if you will, Matt Wieters. But he has 3 of the 9 in the game tonight.
Well, Markakis and Wieters secrets.
However, Dave Jennings was the scout that recommended to the Orioles that Markakis be signed as a hitter.
Yeah, because he was a great pitcher.
Every other team that was scouting him wanted Markakis to be a pitcher, and Dave Jennings suggested to then scouting director Tony DiMacio that, yeah, this kid can hit, and I think he's going to develop. So Dave Jennings saw something other scouts didn't. And here's Markakis, the number 3 hitter for the Orioles. But Gary Rasich, who heads up all the scouting for the Orioles, all of his scouts are going to be in town by Sunday morning, and they're going to have a week of nonstop meetings about the draft. So Dave got here a little early so he could see Avery. There's a tapper back to Chen, and he gets it to first for the out. So a 3-up, 3-down bounce back inning for Chen. We played 2, and the Orioles on this Friday night have a 1-0 win. is brought to you by Acura Advance, and by your Baltimore BMW Centers. Overhead view of downtown Baltimore, Camden Yards, on this Friday night. Nice crowd has settled in to begin their Memorial Day weekend. Hammel 36 pitches to get through 2 innings. Chen needed 38, but that's actually good news because he threw 28 in the first inning. So Hammel going to work. Alcides, Escobar, the number 9 batter, then Dyson and Hosmer here in the third. And that pitch just misses outside, 1-0. Escobar's having a good year for Kansas City. Brings a 3-game hitting streak into the game. Swings through, and it's 1-1.
And more importantly, as a young player, playing solid up the middle. They were so happy with MOUSTAKAS at third and Escobar over there at shortstop right now to solidify that left side of the infield. I think they're going to be there for a while, too.
Escobar 10th in the league in batting at .305. Hammel misses outside, ball 3. Hammel has struck out 2. He has not walked a batter. And he has allowed 2 hits so far, both singles. And there's a strike in the inside corner. Good pitch. Escobar took off his. He thought it was ball 4. He's going to first base.
And now he's got to put all that stuff back on.
Up, young man. Young man, come back.
Yeah, he just hit that ball 4. Off it goes. Throw it away. Start walking.
Fielding Culbreth. Saying, excuse me, young man. I said that's a strike. And the 3-2 is hit weakly towards shortstop. Hardy charges, gets it to first, and 1 down. So instead of a walk, it's a leadoff ground out for Escobar. 2110 Utah Street, presented by Southwest Airlines, returns to Camden Yards tomorrow. It's the middle game of 3 against the Royals. Special 4:05 p.m. matinee. And for one low price, you receive the reserved Utah Street bleacher seat plus an exclusive 2110 Utah Street t-shirt. Now, space is limited, so join your fellow fans of MARKAKIS and Jones, 888-848-BIRD, or online at Orioles.com. Ball 1 to Gerard Dyson.
Infield respecting his speed. Robert Andino, who's creeped up on the dirt.
There's a bunt attempt. Hammel gets to it. And the underhand flip and 2 down. So the ground ball, of course, that's a bunt single. But the highest ground ball percentage, Hammel is at 58.5%. He already has 5 in this game.
Yeah, his fastball is much like Jim Johnson's. You know, similar type of movement, very hard. Gets on the hitter with late life. He's beat it into the ground. I think Jim might have more sink on his ball, but still great pitches.
Hosmer takes strike 1. Good pitch on the outside corner.
That was a pretty nice play by Hammel as well. Testing his knee a little bit. Got off there fine.
Broken bat fly ball to right. It ranges towards right center, so Jones calls, and he grabs it for the out. And Jason Hammel has his first 3 up, 3 down inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Orioles come to bat up 1-0.
established that fastball in. Eric Hosmer got a taste of his inside fastball right here and exploded his bat. I think the bat head went further than he made it down the first base line.
But Showalter and his team trying to get even on the homestand. They dropped 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox. Of course, they've been very consistent on the year. This has been no fluke. You're deep enough into the year. It's game 46. Orioles won 14 games in April, and they're already 14-8 in May.
Yeah, playing pretty well, really well, actually. I think, you know, obviously there are a lot of things that they can improve on, and every day these guys come out here and they work hard to make themselves better. I had a real treat today. I went out and sat in Tommy Hunter's bullpen. I got to see him work because there's been some concern. You know, Tommy's been a little inconsistent here lately, but Rick Adair said, you're just going to be so impressed with what he has, and his bullpen was incredible. Everything was down in the zone, great movement, and it's just a matter of Tommy trusting that and trusting the muscle memory and taking it into ball games, because if you'd seen the same thing I saw in the bullpen, you'd just say, oh my gosh, this guy should be a 20-game win.
Hardy gets into one to left center field. The ballpark's going to hold it. Gordon gets to it, and the left fielder has it for the out, and one away in the Oriole third. This day in baseball history is brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Make memories of your own this summer. Book your vacation at OCOcean.com. Back in 1981, on May the 25th, Carl Yastrzemski became the 4th major leaguer to appear in 3,000 games. He joined Ty Cobb, Stan Musial, and Hank Aaron, a feat that has since been joined by Cal Ripken, who played in 3,001 games in his career. Markakis takes outside.
Yeah, Nick's first at bat got hit by a pitch in that left wrist, so I'm sure he's tested it already, or he wouldn't be back in the box. But see if there's any side effects from it.
I don't think so. There's a base hit. So Markakis is on with a 1-out single.
That's nice. When you get a left-handed hitter going against a left-handed pitcher, the only way you can have success is to keep that front shoulder in. And he did, right there with a base hit to left field.
Adam Jones will bat now. RBI and a sac fly in the first inning. Orioles, though, sent 7 men to the plate and twice had the bases loaded, but managed but the 1 run. Adam fouls it back. Adam not only has hit in 15 consecutive games, during his streak he has 6 multi-hit games. 8 home runs and 17 RBIs in the month of May for Adam Jones.
Yeah, well, he had quite a series against Kansas City as well. We had talked about Wilson Betterment with that 2-run home run to send that game into extra innings, but Adam Jones hit the game-winning home run in the 15th inning of one of those games, and the next day hit a 2-run home run to get the Orioles back into the game, and they'd eventually win it.
So 0-2 with 1 down, and Markakis at first. And Presley very happy with the consistency of Adam Jones on the year. So Adam in his team rankings going back to 2008, 3rd in batting, 1st in home runs, 2nd in ribbies, 2nd in slugging percentage, 4th in fielding percentage. Of course, he was at All-Star, won the Gold Glove in center field in 2009. Chen deals 0-2, and he fouls off an off-speed pitch, which is somewhat redundant with Chen because the majority of the pitches are off-speed.
Even his fastball is off-speed. 85-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. But he mixes everything up, keeps hitters off balance, changes arm angles, you know, has some deception with that. We've seen him drop down earlier in this at off Jones. So Adam's seen, you know, 3 different looks already.
And he fouls it off. Well, when you are an off-speed pitcher and throw the majority off speeds, it's definitely going to affect your fastballs, and the percentage of fastballs that he has thrown continues to go backwards. He's now under 40% of his pitches fastballs.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing right there, but he's having success, so he has the ability to throw other pitches for strikes and mix it up. And I think there are certain pitchers at points of their career where they have to develop other ways to get guys out. And I think Chen has done a nice job doing that, probably working hard with Dave Island, but mixing up arm angles. I remember David Cohn at the end of his career. It's like he was playing wiffle ball out there, mixing up his arm angles, throwing different pitches. Mike Mussina did the same.
Bruce Chen has become a young man's Jamie Moyer.
Dave Island, the pitching coach for the Royals.
Adam wouldn't chase that changeup, so they count 1-2. And he fouls it off. Just did get a piece. So Adam has already seen 6 pitches, and he'll see another coming up. Bruce Chen leads the league in luggage. 10 different major league teams. It's quite a collection he's got somewhere.
It sure
including
is.
An Oriole suitcase.
He's chasing, was it Mike Morgan that played for so many different major league teams?
1-2 the count. Jones gets into it but fouls it off. Most teams lifetime 12. Matt Stairs. So, of course, Kansas City hopes he stays there because he's pitching well for them, but he's only 2 behind. There are more suitcases out there to collect. And he finally got him to swing through an off-speed pitch. So Jones down on strikes and 2 men out. Strikeout number 2 for Chen.
I think Adam Jones saw everything that Chen had to offer, and that's a pretty good changeup right there. Looked like a fastball, obviously, to Jones, and little dip at the end. Took about 10 miles off his 86-mile-an-hour fastball with that changeup.
Pitch Track brought to you by Nissan. Get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. Well, Matt Wieters now. Popped up to first, his first at bat. And looks at ball 1 inside. Wieters now 5 out of his last 48. One of the reasons the Orioles have been so consistent on the year has been the balance in their lineup. They have not had to rely on any one person or any one segment of the lineup as Markakis draws a throw. And Wieters is a real good example of that, because without his play in April, who knows if the Orioles go 14-9. So he has cooled off a bit in May, but while he has cooled off a bit, other hitters have heated up.
Right, Adam Jones remains hot. Markakis is getting hot. Wilson Bedemet continues to get big hits. Every home run he hits is huge. Either ties the game or puts them ahead.
And Markakis has 15 RBIs in May. Jones has 17. Bedemet has 12 RBIs in May. And Nick Johnson has 10. And he doesn't even play every day. So tremendous balance. That one ties up Wieters. Appeal to first. He did not swing. Adrian Johnson said he checked in time.
Well, Nick Johnson's been heating up as well. He's having a great May, and he had 2 home runs the other night. So that makes Buck Showalter feel pretty good. Check swing. Like he went. There's a look at Nick Johnson. 2 home run game in the loss.
Wieters all over that, but he pulls it foul.
But that just makes Buck Showalter have another great weapon off the bench.
Absolutely.
You know, and so he's been waiting for Nick Johnson to get more of a feel at the plate, and he certainly has.
The Orioles made 2 player moves prior to today's game, and they're down to a 3-man bench. Luis Exposito has been sent to AAA, so Ronnie Paulino is back as the backup catcher. 2-1 is popped up shallow center field. Coming in as Dyson. And he will make the catch to put it away. So a base hit and 1 left. We'll head to the 4th. 1-0 Orioles. And before the game, Matt Wieters was asked about Jones and his consistent fast start.
You know, maturing as a hitter, you know, he's been able to take so many close pitches that before he'd swing at, and he's really patient there and really knows, you know, what kind of role he can play for this team and how big of a run producer he can be.
Does this send a message to the clubhouse that the Orioles are serious about winning?
I think it does. I think anytime you can lock up your players to where you feel like, you know, this is a group of guys that can make a run at winning, it's a good message to send to the team.
So Adam Jones, we're still waiting for the confirmation of that. Apparently it's not a done deal, but I think it's a real positive, Mike, that this dialogue is going on at this moment. He can't become a free agent until after next season.
Yeah, well, he's been a key piece to this franchise, and he's done so many good things. We had talked earlier about just his involvement in the community outside of just being a baseball player and what he means to the city. I think he really cares about Baltimore and would love to see a winner here. The way he's been playing here the first quarter of the season, I mean, he's showing he cares. He's playing the game hard. He's playing it right and in a winning way.
2-0 on Butler leading off. And ball 3. HAMMEL has thrown strike 1 to just 5 of the first 12 batters in this game. And he's behind Butler 3-0. There's a strike right there. HAMMEL would just as well have a ground ball hit to Hardy than get a strikeout. But because he throws so many strikes, he's averaging about 8.5 per game getting those strikeouts. And a swing and a miss, 3-2.
And 3-1 slider. Really good pitch. Dangerous hitter and Billy Butler.
Up to 51 pitches. And a tapper foul.
Boy, another good pitch. Not scared to throw his breaking balls in these type of situations.
HAMMEL has struck out 2. He has not walked a batter. And 3-2 on Butler. And he got him. So down 3-0. He comes back to get him. Strikeout number 3.
Nice live fastball right here. Up and in the zone. Might have missed his spot. It looked like Matt Wieters was setting up down and away, but so much life on that fastball, and especially after you've seen 2 breaking balls. Boy, that thing just sneaks up on you, and it sneaks right by you.
Well, HAMMEL wins that battle. And Mike MOUSTAKAS will bat. Check swing, and it's low, 1-0. And once again, the shift employed against MOUSTAKAS. Strike taken, 1-1. Steve TOLLESON, the only infielder on the left side, and he's actually overshifting even more now with a 1-1 count. Popped up, back of the plate, and it'll be back in the crowd.
Another nice fastball in right there by HAMMEL. Get on the hands of MOUSTAKAS.
And the 1-2 just misses outside, 2-2.
MOUSTAKAS signed as a shortstop and has made the transition very well over to third base. A couple years in the minor league, struggled with some errors, but he talked about it. Just learning the different angles, the tighter angles you have to take to the ball, drop steps to your left and right, and he's settled in nicely over there.
Fouled it off. MOUSTAKAS and Wieters were drafted in the same draft in June of 2007. MOUSTAKAS went number 2 overall to Kansas City behind David Price, who went to the Rays. And then the Orioles selected Wieters with the number 5 pick. So with the draft coming up on us, it's taken low. So back-to-back 3-2 counts to begin the inning. HAMMEL was a 10th round pick. out of that baseball powerhouse, Treasure Valley Community College in Ontario, Oregon. Which shows you that if you can play, they'll find you. You don't have to go to the powerhouse schools. 3-2 is bounce foul.
You're right. There's always people in the baseball world talking, and somebody will come and see you, and you will get an opportunity. Baseball players don't get passed by. They get chances. Whether or not they can make it through or not, that's a different question, but you will get looked at and given a chance.
Here comes the 8th pitch of this at bat. And it's outside, ball 4. HAMMEL thought he had the corner, didn't get the call from Field and Culbreth. Purchase an Orioles Legends Celebration Series package. Lock in your ticket to the 5 remaining games, honoring the greatest Orioles of all time. At each game, fans receive a replica sculpture of the day's honoree. And order your ticket package now. You'll receive the replica Frank Robinson sculpture in case you missed it in April. Reserve your seat now, 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com/legends. And there's the Frank sculpture in the picnic area, left center field. 5 more to come. Fastball right there to FRANCOEUR. MOUSTAKAS on at first. That's the first walk allowed by HAMMEL. FRANCOEUR singled, stole second, went to third on a throwing error by WIETERSC, and then was gunned down at the plate on a ground ball hit to Andino. One and one as he misses outside. HAMMEL, 29 years old, in his 7th season. He has 5 wins on the year, and 2 have come against the AL Central. MOUSTAKAS diving back in. He has a win against Minnesota, and he has a win in Chicago against the White Sox. The other thing he's done a very good job of this year, Mike, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Only 3 home runs allowed on the year, all by left-handed batters. Oh, a good breaking ball there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, nice tight slider after 2 fastballs. 2 fastballs around 94, 95 miles an hour, and whoo, that one just disappears. Hard slider at 85 miles an hour.
HAMMEL has allowed home runs to 2 Yankees, Curtis Granderson a solo, and Eric Chavez a 2-run. And Kelly Johnson of the Blue Jays has the other, and that was a solo. Check swing, and it's in the dirt. 2-2 on FRANCOEUR.
Nice pitch right there by HAMMEL. Tries to throw that slider in about the same spot, a little bit lower to get a chase. Almost does. FRANCOEUR does a nice job laying off it.
And 2-2 on FRANCOEUR. Oh, good hack there, and he fouled it back.
Well, he got Billy Butler on. He threw 2 sliders down and away, and that exploding fastball up and in, and tried to do the same right there on Jeff FRANCOEUR. But FRANCOEUR just able to get a piece of it, stay alive.
So the DH back to the bench, puts on his hoodie, and he'll wait for 9 more guys to go by so he can get another chance. 2-2 is poked foul, protecting the outside corner. Kansas City has 4 of its own first-round picks in this game tonight. HOSMER, BUTLER, MOUSTAKAS, and Gordon were all first-round picks in drafts. This ball's lined to right center field. Long run for MARKAKIS, and he can't get it. It's by him for a base hit. He plays the carom off the wall and fires back in. MOUSTAKAS will be held at third, and there's a 1-out double for Jeff FRANCOEUR.
Well, that pitch up in the zone, FRANCOEUR battled for that pitch, got it up in the zone and knew what to do with it, just out of Nick Markakis' reach. Nice effort. Oh, just got by his glove. Got the ball back in quickly, though. Keep the runners at second and third.
And the effort by Markakis had MOUSTAKAS holding to make sure that ball got by him, which is why he didn't score on that double. Orioles have the infield back. Here's Gordon. And he swings through it 0-1. When FRANCOEUR got to third in the second inning, there was one down, and the Orioles played the infield in. But with second and third, they've elected to play it back.
Well, they try to avoid the big inning. The infield back, if there's a ground ball, they'll let the one run score and take the out to give them 2 outs. But in a situation, if they play in and there's a base hit, both runs are potentially going to score if it scoots by the infield. Obviously, you're shortening up the whole field with the infield in, so it's at an advantage for the hitter to sneak a ground ball through.
Missing down and in. Oh for 1 with runners in scoring position. That was the Brian PENA ground out. And the play at the plate to get FRANCOEUR. And it's low ball 3. Fifth time tonight he has gone to 3 balls on a hitter. Now back count full. So this is a spot where a strikeout certainly would be beneficial.
Yeah, and he has strikeout stuff. I mean, he has the effective slider. He can strike guys out with all of his pitches. We've seen him strike out on high fastballs with the breaking balls down.
The 3-2 caught, strike 3, throws him with a breaking ball. Wow, what a pitch. And he executed it perfectly for the second out.
Well, it sure was, and he was set up for this. He threw a high fastball just before this, and he gets the high breaking ball. It looks like it's going to be a high fastball at the top of the zone. Freezes Gordon, and it just drops down in for a perfect strike.
So he's got 4 strikeouts to go with his 5 groundouts, 2 fly ball outs in this game, both of those off the bat of HOSMER. So here's PENA, and there's a strike, 0-1. So now he's an out away from getting out of it without allowing even a single run. PENA, fielder's choice ground out in the second. And a strike on the outside corner. 30th pitch in this inning already for Jason HAMMEL. He went 3-2 on Billy Butler. He went 3-2 on MOUSTAKAS, and he went 3-2 on Gordon. 76 pitches now in the game. MOUSTAKAS at third, FRANCOEUR at second. 0-2 to PENA, high. He doesn't chase, 1-2.
Well, last couple batters, Gordon and PENA, he's put the ball exactly where he's wanted. So it doesn't seem like fatigue is an issue. He's working, maybe nibbling a little bit too much, but he's made some really good pitches.
Fouled off. The Orioles have added Stu Pomeranz to their bullpen for tonight's game. He was called back up from AAA. He spent the required 10 days in the minor leagues. So the Orioles, for the moment, there is Stu out there. He has been lights out, both minors and majors this year. They're going with an 8-man bullpen and a 3-man bench for the time being because Buck Showalter wanted the extra arm out there. And he struck him out to get out of it. PENA waves at it, and HAMMEL comes back second and third with 1 down and doesn't allow a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 O's. AT&T 4G LTE with speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G. AT&T, rethink possible. Lovely night in the Inner Harbor. Beautiful shot of the moon. Obviously not a full moon.
Quarter moon. Well, we're quarter way through the season. That's why it's a quarter moon. Come on, Jim.
I was expecting a full moon. Bella Luna. Bruce Chen has navigated his way through 55 pitches through 3 innings. He's had a 3-up, 3-down second, faced 7 batters in the first, and allowed only 1 run. He'll go to work here in the 4th. Betemit, Davis, and Tolleson are coming up. Betemit singled his first at-bat. Looks at a curveball for a strike. Wilson very productive. He's hit 4 home runs, and he's driven in 12 runs in the month of May. Slice down the right side. That'll be back out of play. Chen has struck out 2. He has walked 1, and that 1 walk has scored the only run in this game. That was Andino in the first. He's 0-2 on Betemit. Weak ground ball towards third. There's Moustakas to his left. And Betemit's retired for the first out. Our PNC minor league report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. Brian Roberts, his night is done for Bowie. First game, played second base 3 innings. He walked twice. Then yesterday played second base for 3 innings, went 0 for 2. Tonight he was 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. So Brian, 3 consecutive games, and he is expected to take tomorrow off and then resume on Sunday. Bowie is playing at home tonight against Altoona. Davis a ground ball to second. There's IRVING FALU. And Davis out in 2 quick outs. A lot of excitement going on in the minor leagues with Dylan Bundy promoted from Delmarva to Frederick, and Mike Wright then being promoted to make room for Bundy there from Frederick to Bowie. Trip Norton from the Orioles minor league department told me that the demand for Bundy's start tomorrow at Frederick is so high they have broken all their records for internet ticket sales leading up to that game tomorrow night.
Wow.
That's how excited the Keys are to have Dylan Bundy on their team.
Well, I think the Orioles are really excited about having him in their organization. He's done an incredible job. The fans in Delmarva were definitely showing a treat with his efforts.
Tolleson left field and deep down the line, and that hooks back foul. Well, Tolleson putting a charge in with a ball and a strike.
Squared it up. Of course, Tolleson had that big home run the other night. Ended up almost getting his nose broken by Adam Jones with the pie in the face in celebration at the end of the game. Nice swing right there, just a little bit out in front.
2 outs and nobody on. The pitchers have been in control in this one. Just inside, 2-1. Tolleson is making his 6th start. He has hits in 4 of the other 5. Only 1 0-for since coming up. Broken bat bouncer towards the hole. Moustakas cuts in front and fires across, and Chen has a 3-up, 3-down inning on 3 ground ball outs. We'll head to the 5th in Baltimore. The Orioles with a 1-0 lead. On Sunday, the Birds will battle the Royals 135. First 10,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles camouflage strip t-shirt. So gather up your family and friends and enjoy a daytime at the ballpark. At the ballpark that forever changed baseball. Get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or visit Orioles.com as we look at some of our servicemen there behind home plate with good seats, and we hope you can enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And whatever you do as you celebrate with family and friends, take a moment to pause and think about all those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so we could remain free in this country and do things like play baseball. And of course, in Baltimore, it's the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812. Celebrations going on all year downtown. So have fun, but please do just take a moment to reflect. As HAMMEL gets ahead of Irving, FALU, then Escobar and Dyson the follow. FALU grounded out his first at bat, and he strikes out here. Looks over strike 3. There's number 6 for HAMMEL.
Yeah, great pitch here. Slider down and in. His 3rd consecutive strikeout. Very effective pitch here. I think FALU thinks it's going to break down and in. Holds the inner edge of the plate. He's been doing a nice job with that inside corner to the lefties.
And Escobar takes a strike. Escobar grounded out his first at bat, and a bloop in the right field. Markakis, a diving. Oh, he trapped it. He trapped it, says first base umpire Adrian Johnson. Wow, it looked like he had it in his glove, but Johnson was right on it.
Another great effort out there by Nick Markakis. A little jam shot. Whoa, that's closer than I thought. But it does hit. Nice call by Adrian Johnson to get out there. Does bounce in.
And from that angle, you saw Johnson moving closer to Markakis. So a base hit for Escobar brings Dyson up.
What wasn't seen at the end of that play was Escobar seeing Markakis diving and then kind of holding the ball, thinking that it was a catch or showing that it was a catch. Started to lean towards second base, and Markakis threw a bullet from his knee at second base, a one-hop strike to J.J. Hardy out there to hold him.
Ground ball off HAMMEL's glove. Races, throws, doesn't get him, and throws it beyond Bedamit, which will allow the runner Escobar to get to third. So he may have cost himself an inning-ending double play and then compounds it by throwing it past Bedamit at first.
Well, it's unfortunate because pretty prolific double play combination up the middle for the Orioles right now, and just tips off HAMMEL's glove. HAMMEL, being a good athlete, of course, isn't going to just purposely let a ball go by. He's going to try to make that effort, but just tips off the end of his glove.
Rick Adair is coming out for a chat. Dyson is being credited with an infield single and an error charge to HAMMEL to allow Escobar to get from second to third. Escobar had stopped at second base.
Well, the problem on that play is, you know, many times pitchers don't take as much stock in scouting reports other than how to pitch hitters. The speed. Dyson's flying down the line, just an ill-advised throw right there by HAMMEL, and allowed Escobar to get over to third base.
So Adair has his say.
Yeah, here's a look at the pitchers tonight. Bruce Chen and Jason HAMMEL. Through the order of the game, first time through, Chen's average up to 351, and we saw that rough first inning where the Orioles had an advantage, and HAMMEL tends to the averages tend to increase as the game goes by, and I think that a lot of that has to do with, you know, just his knee and the conditioning element of his game, because we can see here in the middle of the ball game he still has incredible stuff. Ball's moving all over the place. And Chen, his numbers continue to go down through that. And we've seen what's happened. You know, they had a great opportunity in the first inning, and then Chen has kind of had his way. You can see the Orioles, the hitter's frustrations building. He's starting to get in on guys and having his way with some hitters.
Well, this might be a spot where Ned Yost might send Dyson. HAMMEL certainly thinks so, as he has thrown the first once, and then the look to third, look back to first. Well, there, HOSMER up. Runner doesn't go, and it's high, 1-0.
Well, this is a situation here where HOSMER actually had 3 hits a couple nights ago to kind of break out of his slump, even though he still is below the Mendoza line. An opportunity with a runner at first base, that hole's a little bit bigger for him, a chance to shoot it through there, but
fouls it back. Dyson bluff going.
I would think Yost would be a little bit more aggressive here in this situation.
Runners in scoring position numbers, 244, actually higher than his season average. Ball and a strike on HOSMER. Dyson is running, pitch taken high, throw to second by WIETERSC. He is safe at second base. So Dyson gets in the scoring position with his 6th steal.
A pretty good jump by Dyson. He just has some blazing speed. Matt Wieters, one of the best catch and throw catchers in the game, gets a nice pitch to handle. Pretty good throw. A little up, but he had beat it anyway.
So second and third with 1 down. 2-1 the count on HOSMER. And it's high, ball 3. HAMMEL had not allowed a stolen base in his first 8 starts, and he has allowed 2 in this game. Kansas City now with 26 steals on the year. And 3-1 the count on HOSMER. That was an interesting swing. 3-2.
Well, you saw him earlier in the game throw a 3-1 slider to Butler, and here's another hard 3-1 slider to HOSMER. Pretty effective if hitters are sitting on a fastball. They're going to be over aggressive on that pitch.
Another full count. And he struck him out. HAMMEL with a huge out. A good fastball, the 92nd pitch he's thrown tonight.
Yeah, great call by Matt Wieters. I think that whole strikeout was obviously set up by that 3-1 slider. Gets HOSMER thinking, what the heck is he going to throw now? 3-2. Just blows a fastball at the top of the zone right by him.
So Kansas City had second and third, 1 down in the 4th, didn't score. Here's Butler. Line drive, caught by Hardy, and HAMMEL gets out of it. Kansas City leaves 2 more on, and Jason HAMMEL gets out of a jam. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. What a game, 1-0 O's. HAMMEL who has pulled a Houdini for 2 consecutive innings, as Kansas City in the last 2 innings had runners at second and third, 1 down, and did not score. And hi, everybody, Jim Hunter and Mike Bordick. Pitchers' duels are so entertaining to watch. When you have a veteran on the mound like HAMMEL who isn't bothered with men on base, he can make that pitch, calm everything down, and get a big out.
Well, he's come up with some big outs here the last couple innings. Great strikeout pitches. Him and Matt Wieters are on the same page in those tough situations, and he's just really looked good, I think. I mean, he's falling behind some hitters, and his pitch count's up a little bit, but when he needs to make a big pitch, he's doing it.
And Bruce Chen on the other side, he's doing the same thing. Orioles sent 7 men to the plate in the first inning, managed just the 1 run, and he has allowed nothing since.
Well, they have to take advantage of Bruce Chen earlier in the ballgame, and they had a chance, a couple opportunities with the bases loaded twice there in the first inning. Only managed to make that 1 mark, so they got to battle off him and try to get him in another tough situation.
Well, the Orioles now looking for those precious add-on runs as they come to bat here in the 5th inning. Bruce Chen, 63 pitches to get through the first 4 innings in this game. But he has actually been pitch efficient compared to Jason HAMMEL, who's had a lot of deep counts. HAMMEL keeps getting those big outs, but the pitch count is mounting. So here is Xavier Avery, who is 0 for 1. Check swing, and it's high. Appeal to third. He did not swing. Clarence Barksdale said so. Avery flied out to center field, his first at bat. And a foul back, and it's 0-2. Here's our AT&T trivia fact, the mobility trivia fact of the game. Xavier Avery has reached base in 9 of his last 10 games, batting .300, 4 doubles, a triple, and 8 runs scored in that span. And Chen gets it by him, and it's 1-2.
Look at J.J. Hardy after making that great leaping play out at shortstop, extending as high as he could to bail Jason HAMMEL out.
1-2 is low, and it's 2-2. One thing Chen has done a real good job of tonight since the first inning is not allowing the leadoff man to reach. He walked Andino leading off the first. He scored, and the last 3 innings he's retired the leadoff hitter. And he falls behind here now, 3-2 to Xavier Avery.
And once again, proof what walks do to pitchers. I mean, first batter of the ball game, Robert Andino, he walks him, and he eventually scores.
So Avery trying to get on here, 3-2, leading off in the 5th, and he does. It's outside, ball 4.
Nice at bat by Xavier.
Tonight's MASN mobile word of the day is single. Text single to 29292 right now to be entered for a chance to win a meet and greet with Buck Showalter. Stay tuned to Orioles games all week long on MASN for more chances to enter and win. S-I-N-G-L-E, single. Here's Andino. Walked and scored in the first, hit a comebacker to Chen to end the second. Avery will draw a throw.
Chen doesn't really have a slide step out there to control the running game, but he varies his times. He holds the ball. He'll occasionally come over to keep runners off balance, especially in this situation with speed at first.
Avery was going. He went on first movement. The throw. He is safe at second base. The speed of Xavier Avery beat the throw of HOSMER, and he steals second base.
Well, you are exactly right. That was all speed. He just says, I'm going first move. I don't care. HOSMER makes a nice play stepping up, but FALU unable to get him on the sweep tag. Xavier Avery gets to that back corner. Boy, what a job by Xavier Avery. He's made some nice aggressive base running plays this year. We've seen him tag up a couple times on fly balls to the outfield. He did it on Bryce Harper, and he did it again the other night from second to third base. Nice aggressive base running play with a ball to left field, and he just decided, the heck with it, I'm trusting my speed, I'm going first move. Went to that back corner and beat the throw.
His third stolen base in 4 attempts. So Andino now will try to get him the third. And he bunts. It's a beauty. It's a beauty, and he's going to get a base hit. What a bunt by Andino. Escobar, the shortstop, was trying to keep Avery close, so there was a lot of room over there, and all he tried to do was get it past the mound, and he did.
Yeah, great bunt by Robert. Just another tool Robert Andino has. Nice job. Moustakas has to read this play because the runner at third base, Avery, and Chen's responsibility is try to bounce off that mound and cover that ground over there on the third base line. But Moustakas had to give way and let Avery get to third and field that play, but it was too late. Andino getting down the line in a hurry.
Brian Pena, the catcher, just called every infielder into the mound with Chen. And I can only assume, in case the Orioles squeeze and/or send Andino from first, he wanted to alert the infielders what he will do. Because there's no runner at second, so he doesn't have to worry about the signs. Yeah, well, it's a situation where hard hit ball. Runner goes, Hosmer throws to second, and Andino safe! Cedarstrom says Escobar missed the tag, and here comes Ned Yost. Cedarstrom was right there, and in his view, the tag was missed on the sliding Andino, who steals second base.
Well, once again, the throw on the inside part of the bag, Andino going to the outside, but oh, he does a deke with the left hand. Nice play, Robert Andino. Very rarely do you see that work. Umpires won't give the base runner credit on it.
Wow.
But he did. Wow, quite a play.
Great play by Andino, and Gary Cedarstrom, credit to him for not assuming the play. The ball beat him, no doubt about it, but Andino with a terrific slide and eluding the tag with his hand. So second and third, and nobody out here in the fifth. So Hardy a chance for a couple of ribbies. There's a strike on the inside corner. Hardy has 9 RBIs in his last 12 games. He came in batting .359 against left-handed pitching, and he's 1 for 2 tonight. Line drive, left field line, foul ball.
Well, here's a situation where the Royals have the infield in, and we've seen a couple times the Orioles have been in a situation and then back. They had the lead, so they didn't want to put themselves in a position for a big inning. Well, the Royals are kind of playing in a situation where they don't want to get beat. They think that 1 run on the board is crucial.
Line drive right field, back out of FRANCOEUR. It's over his head and bounces against the wall. Avery scores. Andino said he'll score. It's a 2-run double for J.J. Hardy. 3-0 O's in the fifth.
And when you hit a ball like that, it doesn't matter where the infield is. J.J. gets a pitch up and out over the plate, up out of the zone. And I think in his mind, he's thinking getting something up and trying to get a sac fly, and he drove that ball to right field over FRANCOEUR's head off the wall, scoring both Avery and Andino. A couple of aggressive base running plays in this inning, and the Orioles able to take advantage of it. J.J. Hardy with his 11th double of the year.
Pitching coach Dave Island out for a chat. So the speed of Avery, the elusive slide of Andino, got the 2 into scoring position. Let's not forget that bunt by Andino. And Hardy drives them both in. And still nobody out in the inning.
Well, it's some pretty exciting stuff, especially, all year long there's been so much talk about the Orioles and the home run ball. Well, you just saw some small ball right there at its best. Bunts, base running.
Kakis pops it foul out of play.
Some really good execution and aggressiveness on the bases.
Nick singled his last at bat after being hit by a pitch in the first inning. So he's starting another hitting streak. He went 0 for 3 on Wednesday, and his hitting streak ended at 7. And the shame of that was he had 2 laser beam line drives to the shortstop in that game.
Right, and both double play balls, unfortunately.
Chen deals 0-1. It's high. So the Orioles doing a real good job tonight. 3 for 5 runners in scoring position. HAMMEL has held Kansas City to an 0 for 5. But Showalter's team now with a little breathing room and a 3-0 lead. Ball and a strike on Markakis. Line drive left center field. They weren't playing him that way. That ball is back, and that ball is off the wall. Hardy easily will score, and Markakis has an RBI double. So Dyson was playing Markakis to pull, and he hits it the opposite way.
Markakis can handle the bat. We've seen him pull the ball down the right field line, and tonight working that ball to left, and he just drives that ball in the left center field gap and beats their outfield shift. It's tough to play any kind of shift on Nick Markakis. He basically hits the ball where it's pitched, and in certain situations, even if it's away, he can turn on it. It's a real good hitter, and he's seeing the ball and putting good swings on the ball lately.
25th RBI on the year. Adam Jones now. First ball swinging, pops it back up over our heads. Kelvin Herrera begins to get loose, one of the 8 relievers in the Kansas City bullpen. Royals bullpen has pitched very well on the year. Markakis 2 for 2 now, his 16th multi-hit game, which leads the club. RBI double. Still nobody out. And Adam pops it up again. He'll foul it back in the crowd. Well, Adam with a 15-game hitting streak, and where does he like the pitches? Well, pretty much anywhere, except up and in and up and away. So there's the distribution of hits where he has pitched. 22 hits in the 15-game hitting streak. That's how hot he is, Mike. Doesn't matter where they pitch.
Yeah, he's handling the ball wherever it's pitched.
Oriole Bird trying to get to Bruce Chen. Nothing and 2 on Jones. And swept foul as he was protecting and stays alive at 0-2. Bruce Chen just 34. There's Xavier Avery, who got this inning going with a leadoff walk after falling behind in the count.
Well, both times Chen has walked the leadoff batter, and the only times he's allowed the first runner to get on, he's been hurt by it. First inning, he really got lucky to get out of that inning with just 1 run, and this inning the Orioles are making him pay.
Chen battling Adam Jones here. No balls and 2 strikes. Long looking for a sign, and then Chen decides to step off. Chen has pitched at least 6 innings in 7 of his 9 starts, and he's pitched into the 7th inning in 6 of his 9, including the last 4 in a row. And again, time requested by Chen as he and Pena having a hard time getting together on a sign.
Got to make sure you throw the right pitch. Adam Jones is a dangerous hitter.
Chen has allowed back-to-back doubles to drive in runs. And the Orioles with 3 runs in have a 4-0 lead. 0-2 is fouled back. The last game Adam did not get a base hit was May the 8th. And fouls it off again.
That's how you battle with 2 strikes right there. Adam's seeing all kinds of different pitches this at bat. Breaking balls, change up. And this is a fastball that Chen just tries to get by him. And Adam, nope, you don't. And just barely fights it off.
He swung so late, Pena almost interfered with the swing. And he lays off the changeup, a ball and 2 strikes.
Chen just throws everything he has. He mixes it up. I don't think he's doubled up with 1 pitch, it seems, tonight.
297 runners in scoring position for Adam. Broken bat, fly ball down the line. Let's get a fade back out of play. And Adam lost the bat. And we'll have to get another.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't his streak bat.
The barrel ended up all the way out on the grass in shallow left field.
Good late movement on that pitch. A little cutter in.
So Markakis back to second. Nobody down. Tampa Bay has a 7-1 lead at Boston in the 5th. The Rays are a game back of the Orioles in the division. Orioles now have a 4-0 lead here. Here comes the 8th pitch in this at-bat to Adam Jones. And again, Chen and Pena having a real tough time agreeing on what to throw.
Well, it makes a difference. I mean, pitcher and catcher have to be on the same page.
1-2, line drive, base hit to center field for Adam Jones. Markakis being sent, he will score, and Adam Jones extends the streak to 16 in a row. What an at-bat for the RBI single.
Yeah, that was quite a battle. The whole at-bat, Adams fouled off some tough pitches, and he stays on that one. Great head position. Bat stays through the zone a long time. Right up the middle. Nice job, and he's starting another streak with a new bat.
And that'll be it for Bruce Chen, who has allowed 4 runs in this inning and trails 5-0. So Adam Jones, 2 RBIs on the night, 31 on the year. And as the pitching change. Five batters, 7 hits. He's allowed 5 earned runs, and Adam Jones on at first, his responsibility. He walked 2, they both scored, and he struck out 2. And Kelvin Herrera comes on. Another of the young, hard throwers in that Kansas City bullpen, who last year began his season at Wilmington in the Carolina League, and by the end of the year, he was in the big leagues.
Herrera has some great stuff. Lefty's opponent, the average 276, he's holding righties down. He's got a real live fastball, throws between 95 and 99 miles an hour. Sometimes hits 100 with his four-seam fastball. So strong arm and righty.
Facing Matt Wieters, who is 0 for 2 on the night. He's popped up to first and flied out to center. Adam Jones on at first, extending his hitting streak to 16 straight. Check swing, and he went too far on the appeal to Lance Barksdale. Herrera gets it up there, just 22 years old.
And after you see Chen the whole game,
yeah, it's a good
point.
Know,
soft throwing lefty, and then he's rushing it up there high 90s.
0-2, and he got him. So the off-speed pitch after getting ahead, and Wieters down on strikes, 1 away in the 5th.
Yeah, this looks like a changeup here with really nice late action, 84 miles an hour. Yeah, there it is. Turns it over. Really good pitch. Off a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball. That's very effective.
Wilson Betemeat now. And then he takes a strike. Herrera signed in December of 2006, began his pro career in 2007, and he spent 4 consecutive seasons in low A ball. So he was brought along very slowly by Kansas City. But then last year, at the age of 21, 8 games at Wilmington, 23 games in AA, 14 games in AAA, and then he got into 2 games with the Royals.
That arm moved fast, didn't it?
You can't teach 98.
No. He found out how to command it.
Betemeat fouls it back. He's behind. A ball and 2 strikes.
Likes to throw that changeup to lefties. That's the second one Betemeat's seen, and Matt Wieters struck out on one. So seems like it's pretty close, actually. Fastball to changeups to lefties.
Herrera's also overcome a stress fracture in his right elbow. And that has not hindered his velocity at all. And he gets Betemeat. So Betemeat down on strikes.
They throw Betemeat 3 changeup that about all down and away. Whew, some pretty good pitches right there.
So the 22-year-old comes on. He strikes out Wieters. He strikes out Betemeat. And here's Chris Davis, who is DHing tonight. Strike 1. Big crowd on hand here tonight for the Orioles. Friday night game. It's fireworks night. A lot of enthusiasm in the ballpark with the Orioles now leading 5-0.
Yeah, it's a sea of orange out there tonight.
Jones runs. The pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second base. Goes into center field. And Jones will get up and hit the third. So the Orioles stealing their third base in the inning.
Not a bad throw. Not a bad throw by the catcher Pena. Adam Jones over there gets a nice jump, almost forgotten about at first base, and takes advantage of it. Late slide, though. And would have been out if Escobar is able to hold on to the ball. And Pena's shown his frustration a couple times tonight with some plays in the field by the infielders of the Royals.
And looking over the replay, they have changed the error on the throw to the catch. So the error's on Escobar for allowing that ball to get to center field, not on the throw of the catcher. Davis swings and fouls it off, and there goes the bat. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report returns on Monday, 4:30 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Mel Anton, and Phil Wood, and Dave Johnson. They'll be with you on Memorial Day. All the latest news on the Orioles as that day they begin their 9-game road trip with a stop at Toronto. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report back on the air on Monday. So Chris Davis wanted that game bat back, and the bat boy came out, gave him another bat. He said, well, go give it to that guy and get my other bat back.
Yeah, and he's checking to make sure it's not broken after it bounced around in the stands a little bit.
So that fan has a nice memory of his game at Camden Yards and survived the bat coming at him. Big foul out of play. How many game bats would you have ready for any one game?
I'd have like 4 in my bat box. A lot of times I'd break them after I hit. I'd just go back in the tunnel and beat them against the wall or something like that.
And a foul back. Now, how long does it take you to get a game bat ready? Do you ever use them in BP at all?
No. I check the grains because they always say the fewest grains or the straightest grains are the hardest wood, and I always use an ash bat. I never use the maple bats that Chris Davis is using and so many of the major league hitters now. And they have these little sound tests if you hold it with 2 fingers in your left hand and then.
And a base hit in the right field for Davis. Adam Jones scores, and on it goes. A 5-run inning for the Orioles.
Well, aggressive base running again leads to this run scored, but nice job of hitting by Chris Davis. Finds a hole through the right side. The diving second baseman, FALU, can't come up with it. So anyway, back to my story. So you hold the bat with your left hand around the label, and then you hit it with your right hand at the top and hold it close to your ear. If it's a dull noise, the bat isn't hard. If it's a higher pitched noise, it's a hard bat. And then I would file that in my game bat box.
Okay. And if it wasn't game ready, you'd use it in BP?
I'd take it out to BP, yeah.
Steve Tolleson, the 9th Oriole to bring it back to the plate in this inning. And takes it low, 2-0 the count. Tolleson is 0 for 2. He and Wieters are the only 2 hitters in the lineup to not be on base in this game. Adam Jones, RBI single, stole second, went to third on the error, and scored on the Davis base hit. And it's a 5-run 5th for the Orioles. Hard hit ball, base hit left field for Tolleson.
Well, every time Tolleson plays, he does something good. Another base hit right there by Steve Tolleson. Stays on top, an inside fastball. Turns on it through the hole. Just a short, quick swing. Nice bat path. Not too much. Put it on the good part of the bat. Plenty strong enough to get it through there. Saw his strength the other night with a home run out into the bullpen.
Mike, we took a quick look at the crowd here tonight, and it really has filled in. And I'm told the walk-up for this game, the largest in Oriole Park history tonight, as Avery hits it slowly to FALU, and he'll get Avery to end the inning. It's a 10-batter inning. More on that when we get back. But the Orioles send 10 men to the plate, score 5. 6-0 O's as we head to the 6th.
couple stolen bases in the beginning of the 5th inning. Xavier Avery right there, and Robert Andino first move with a trick slide, avoiding the tag, safe at second base. O's being really aggressive out there, and a couple big doubles. One by J.J. Hardy scoring 2, and then Nick Markakis out in the left center field gap to score J.J. Here's a game summary right now. Robert Andino is 1 for 2 with a couple runs and a walk and a stolen base. J.J. Hardy 2 for 3, single, double, and 2 RBIs. And Jason Hammel still in the ball game. 5 innings pitched, and it's going to be interesting with that long inning. You know, sometimes there's concern about pitchers having too much rest between innings, but this might be a great situation for Hammel. You know, because there's been concern in the middle of ball games about his conditioning, and he's kind of faded. So this might be beneficial for him.
You know, the pitch count is beginning to mount. He's closing in on 100. 1-1 on Moustakas leading off. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And to be prepared, there's Steve Pomeranz just back with the team today. And he is getting loose in the bullpen, one of now 8 in that Oriole pen. Moustakas has struck out and walked. A little bit low, ball 3. 10th time tonight, Hammel has gone 1 ball and 2 strikes on a batter. 7th time he has gone to a 3-2 count. Popped up foul, back out of play. You know, Jason Hammel, first through the 5th inning on the year, stellar. 6th inning on, his ERA jumps up to 7 from 2.25. Batting average goes up. OPS goes up. Walks and hits per inning goes up. Strikeouts go down. This ball's hit to right field, chasing Markakis back. And on the warning track, he makes the catch for the out. And 1 away. So the attendance here tonight, 28,954, but that's only part of the story. The Orioles announced that almost 11,000 fans walked up and bought tickets tonight for this game. It is the largest walk-up in the history of Oriole Park. And a walk-up ticket is any ticket purchased after 5 p.m. on the day of a game. So they had 2 hours, and almost 11,000 people said, you know what? We got a first-place team. It's a beautiful night. It's Friday night. They got fireworks. Let's get the kids and go to the game.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of excitement right now, and this is a great weekend, obviously, for baseball and kind of this kickoff summertime events. And I think right there Adam Jones might have something to do with it as well, as there's a buzz throughout the city about the potential of Adam Jones signing a long-term deal here with the Orioles. So a lot of excitement in Baltimore for Baltimore baseball.
And congratulations to all those 11,000 fans that decided tonight be a good night to go see the O's.
Yeah.
And they're being treated to a good game, 6-0 Orioles. So 2 down on the fly ball out by FRANCOEUR, and here's Alex Gordon, who once again will see this shift.
Yeah, the shift not quite as big as a hitter like David Ortiz.
Popped him up. Avery charging in from left. Tollesson back. Avery gets there. Look out! And Avery's got it for the out. Steve Tollesson didn't give up. Avery covers a ton of ground. 3 up, 3 down. Hammel goes for just the 2nd time tonight. 6-0 O's. $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, the Orioles have drawn 136 walks for a $6,800 donation. CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. What a night at the ballpark in a 6-0 Oriole lead. Beautiful view of downtown. And Robert Andino will lead off as we go to the 6th inning. Orioles sent 10 men to the plate in the 5th inning and scored 5 times. And Herrera deals a strike. Andino a bunt single his last at bat that helped fuel that rally. He then stole second with a great slide to avoid the tag and came around to score. He scored twice in this game. Close pitch.
Yeah, Herrera just spotting that 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer part of the plate. He doesn't typically throw his changeup as much. Saw it a lot against the lefties he faced the last inning.
Down and in. Well, one thing Robert has done, Mike, he has improved his production on pitches inside. Look at that 342 batting average when he gets a pitch he can turn on.
Yeah, well, that's great to see, and I think so many young hitters have to make that adjustment because big league pitchers are able to spot that fastball in there a lot more effectively than in the minor leagues. So if you have a hole in there, it's going to get exposed, and they're going to continue to exploit that spot. And Roberts made an adjustment in there, and you see the improvement by the numbers.
2-2 the count. And a good cut, he fouled it back. So another good fastball. That one hit 99.
Terry Crowley always used to talk about if there was a younger hitter he'd see in the minor league camps or something. Yeah, he's going to have a problem with that inside fastball. We got to get him with the one-handed drill. And he would have one-handed, a short bat that he'd use with both the left hand, single arm, and then the right hand, just short to that ball inside, keeping the elbows tight and the hands close to the body so that you're able to get to, or train your body to get to inside pitches like that.
And he gets Andino finally on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Third strikeout for Herrera.
Well, he challenged him with some fastballs this at bat. Stayed on the outer part of the plate because I think they see the numbers of Andino handling inside pitches.
Here's J.J. Hardy, who has a good night going. Ball 1. J.J. singled in the 1st, flied out in the 3rd, drove in 2 with a double in the 5th, and then scored on the Markakis double. There's a tapper out in front of the plate. Pena pounces on it and gets it to first to retire J.J. Hardy for the 2nd out. Our Rose Extra postgame tune-in brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Tom Davis and Rick Dempsey standing by. Mike Bordick will join them for analysis. You'll hear Buck Showalter's press conference, those player interviews, and much more. That all comes up on O's Extra postgame presented by PNC. Mike Bordick will get to experience his first fireworks as an analyst.
Been seeing some fireworks tonight already. That 5th inning was full of them.
Markakis slices it foul. He's down on the count 0-2. The Orioles got 6 base hits plus a walk in that inning.
Couple doubles, 3 stolen bases. Wait a second. No home runs.
No home runs.
Well,
still.
How can they do that?
They're trying to show you and I that what we talked about earlier, the heck with that, we know how to manufacture.
That's right. That's good. You know, I think they're a well-rounded offense. I really do, and I think they've shown that they can do that. Bunt, and I think if Buck wanted to, he could be more aggressive with hitting runs and hitting behind guys. But, you know, there's some smart players. There's the numbers.
1-6 in games without a home run on the year. 27-11 when they hit home runs. So if this holds and they still have time to hit a home run, it would be just their second one all year without one.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you get 6 hits and a walk, 3 stolen bases in an inning, you don't need a home run.
You're right.
You put a 5 spot on in 1 inning, doesn't matter. Adam Jones had one of those run-scoring hits. 2-2 is high, ball 3. So here's Markakis, fell behind quickly, no balls and 2 strikes, and now the count full. Making Herrera work. Three 2 is fouled back.
I was talking to DeMarlo Hale about the Orioles offense today, and he said that there's been plenty of situations where they've had opportunities to bunt.
Swept to first base. HOSMER will get it to Herrera, who hustles over to cover. Yeah, Markakis down on, and 3 up, 3 down go the Orioles. We'll head to the 7th on a Friday night downtown. 6-0 Orioles.
Very effective with all his pitches. There was some concern about his knee and his stamina. He got the Orioles into the 7th inning tonight. Had complete command of all of his pitches. And he should be very happy with that. Buck Showalter should be happy. Rick Adair, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, just 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Came up with big pitches when he had to. Had a couple innings where, you know, it looked like he might be faltering a little bit, but just continued to come up with big pitch after big pitch. Nice job. Stu Pomerantz in the ball game. They're being recalled. Boy, he's just continued to impress. It doesn't matter where he is. He's throwing up zeros this season up here. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs with 3 Ks. And lefties are getting to him a little bit. Not many opportunities with 500, but righties 214. And Buck Showalter really loves Stu Pomerantz, and he's impressed everybody in the organization with this great fastball and command. He's really got his head on his shoulders and doing a great job for the organization.
Misses high to Brian Pena leading off 1-0. So the 6 innings for HAMMEL. It is the 6th start out of his 9 that he has gone at least 6 innings. And that's what you want from a guy at the top end of your rotation, somebody to rely on. And it's the first time that he's gone at least 6 since that knee started acting up. So that's another good sign.
Yeah, it is a good sign. And we had made mention of it at the beginning about his conditioning program, you know, the therapy pool and doing work with with Brian Ebel and Richie Bancel. So hopefully they're over the hump and they're onto something there, and he can continue to just improve and get stronger and maybe stabilize that knee a little bit more and build his endurance and see more outings like he had tonight.
Pomerantz was called up to join the Orioles when the Rangers were here for that 4-game series. He pitched 3 innings in the opener and then 1 inning in the second game of that doubleheader on the Thursday, and then that weekend was sent back to AAA. He was here inactive for the first 2 games in the Tampa Bay series, but then was sent out. And as soon as he went down, they started counting. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and when the 10 days were up and he was eligible, came right back. 1-2, a swept to second base, and Dino's there, and 1 away in the Kansas City 7th inning.
Well, he has nice deception. He kind of sets up with his back to the hitters, almost like a cross-firing type. Ball gets on the hitters, and you just saw right there, he jammed the lefty Pena that fastball in. Here's his setup. That left foot in front of his body, turns his back to the hitter, and here it comes. 94.
Irving FALU, switch hitter, up there from the left side. And there's another strike.
I mean, so many pitchers find their niche, you know, and Chen, obviously, we talked about him tonight, Bruce Chen, you know, with his deception. And
FALU, a fly ball to right.
Different arm slots and mixing up pitches have kept him in the game for such a long time. Well, Stu Pomerantz, you see his type of deception, turning his back, and then the hitter can't pick up the ball as quickly. There's nothing traditional about his windup, other than I'm sure it's very sound, but you don't see many pitchers with their back to you, you know, when you're standing in the batter's box.
Just 27 years old. Here's Escobar. Swing and a miss, so on. Escobar singled his last at bat. Hammel did an outstanding job in the 4th and 5th innings. Both innings it was 2nd and 3rd and only 1 down, and in neither inning was there a score. And there's a bloop base hit over the head of Andinos for a 2-out single. So Escobar has 2 hits. He's gone to right field for each.
Yeah, you see.
So 2-out single. Voting for the 2012 All-Star Game is open. Go to Orioles.com/All-Star. And in honor of the 20th anniversary season of Camden Yards, vote at least 20 times online and select the Orioles as your favorite club, and you'll automatically be entered into the 2012 Orioles All-Star Sweepstakes. One lucky winner will get an autographed jersey from the 2012 Orioles. And remember, you can vote up to 25 times online. So vote early, vote often. Orioles.com/All-Star. Rod Dyson. Takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Have you done your online voting yet?
Yeah.
I tried the 25 times. I wanted to see how easy it was, and it actually is very easy. You just have to keep entering a code, and
all right,
you don't have to change your ballot.
I haven't.
Liner to left. There's Avery, covered a lot of ground in the inning end. So a 2-out single and a man left. Tonight's 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight, drink responsibly. putting it together here tonight as they hold a 6-0 lead. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Fans enjoying their stretch. And hi, everybody. Jim Hunter and Mike Border. Glad you can join us tonight. And it really is all about teamwork. You put together your hits, you group your hits as the Orioles did, and a big 5-run inning getting it done. Yeah, a lot of exciting baseball right there. 3 stolen bases in 1 inning. Hasn't happened this year for the Orioles, but aggressive base running, timely hitting, huge 5th inning, and they're able to really extend that lead and put it out of reach, hopefully. But great pitching by Jason HAMMEL, and they've looked good tonight. You know, Buck Showalter doesn't like to use any kind of excuse whatsoever, and all during that 20-game stretch without a day off, he said, you're scheduled to play, you play the game. But the Orioles seem to have a little bit more spring in their step tonight after that day off yesterday. Well, they all needed that day off. It was a really tough stretch. It's so hard. Even when they had the rain out, they still had to come to the field and prepare like they were going to play. So to get that day off, everybody catches their wind. J.J. Hardy and Matt Wieters a couple days, but you know, just to sit back and relax a little bit, and they know, here we go, we got the rest of the season to go. So they're game on, and they're playing some really good baseball tonight. And Lewis Coleman now will come on to pitch for Kansas City. So Kelvin Herrera's night is done as he goes 2 innings. And help try to put some order back in this game. Did not allow a run, although he did allow an inherited runner to score. And Adam Jones will take a strike. Jones singled his last at-bat to extend his hitting streak to 16 games. The longest hitting streak an Oriole has ever had was the 30-game hitting streak by Eric Davis back in '98. Mike Bordick was on that team. He certainly remembers that. Oh, yeah, that was pretty exciting. Do you remember where it ended? No. And Jones down on 3 pitches, so Coleman comes out of the bullpen. Well, Stu Pomerantz has that deceptive delivery, cross-firing, and so does Coleman right here, turning his back as well. Kind of hard to pick up this slider down and away. Adam Jones chasing it. I'm pretty sure you were at shortstop that night. It was in Cleveland, where he took an offer and it ended at 30. Oh yeah, now I remember. Here's Matt Wieters. Takes ball 1. I wish I could remember all the great things that I'd been a part of. You know, you've been a part of quite baseball. A few, actually. Unfortunately, there were a lot. Now, if I was reminded from you in those situations, that would help bring them back. But I've been pretty fortunate to play with some great players that did some incredible things on the baseball field. Wieters is 0 for 3 on the night. And a good take there, 2-1. And a foul back this way. Be interesting to see which game Wieters doesn't catch of the next 2. Because tomorrow's a late afternoon game, and then you have the day game on Sunday. Wei and Chen will go tomorrow, and then Mattis on Sunday. He may catch them both. Inside ball 3. Well, I guess that's possible with the 4 o'clock game tomorrow. That's late enough for tonight, and then he has the extra 3 hours for Sunday. All right. And the 3-2 is outside ball 4, and then the Orioles on the next road trip will have 2 days off on the trip. They go to Toronto Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then have Thursday off before they play in Tampa. Then after playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they go to Boston and have Monday off before playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so they get some days. It'd be nice if Matt Wieters was able to bring
Wei-In Chen back and kind of stabilize him a little bit after that rough outing in Washington. He just got off his game plan a little bit, and I don't know that Chen and Exposito were on the same page in a lot of the situations. It didn't seem like a typical Wei-In Chen outing. Didn't utilize his fastball as much as I think Rick Adair would have hoped. And Buck.
1-0 on Betemeet with Wieters at first and 1 down. Orioles with a 6-0 lead. Outside, ball 2. So you got Jones on 3 pitches, walks Wieters on a 3-2, and now he's behind Betemeet. Swing and a miss, 2-1. For Coleman, this is his second time with the Royals this year in between trips back to AAA. This time he was called back on May the 17th. Same pitch, same result, 2-2.
Yeah, he starts Betemeet out with 2 fastballs away. Couldn't find the strike zone. Got to 2-0. Throws a 2-0 slider and backs it right up with another one.
And Betemeet pops it up. Shallow left field. Charging in on it is Gordon. And he's there and has it for the out. And 2 away. Wieters back to first. Time for you to text in your vote for the AT&T player of the game. And here are the candidates. How about J.J. Hardy? A couple of hits, including a 2-run double. Or Robert Andino had that big bunt and a steal in the 5th inning rally. Or Jason Hammel, who goes 6 scoreless innings, trying to win his 6th on the year. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard. A, B, or C to 31826. Chris Davis 1 out of 3. You see the shift on against him. And of course, with the shift on the pull, he goes down and away.
Yeah, FALU, he beat FALU to his left. And I've never seen a second baseman that far over in the hole. He is giving no room in between HOSMER and himself.
Nice scoop there by Pena, the catcher. 2-0 the count. Coleman, the 3rd pitcher used by Ned Yost. Matt Wieters, a 1-out walk. He's at first with 2 down now. Breaking ball for a strike, 2-1. And slice foul back out of play. Orioles have 9 hits in this game, and 6 of them came in the 5th inning. Two and 2 on Davis. And it's low ball 3. The Orioles have had only 1 game of 10 or more hits in their last 7 games. That was Saturday night when they had 10 hits in the win at Washington. In the 3 games against Boston, they had 9 hits, 7 hits, 7 hits. Wieters will go 3 and 2 with 2 down. And the payoff pitch to Davis is fouled off.
Yeah, and it seemed like in that series, just 1 more hit might have given them an opportunity to win those ball games. They had a couple real close ones.
Coleman catching his breath here. See the first baseman Hosmer now behind Wieters. And the 3-2, high fly ball to deep right. Back it goes into the night. And that ball is gone for Chris Davis. It's a 2-run home run and an 8-0 Oriole lead. And the bullpen with a cheer for the home run. Big night for Chris Davis, Mike. 2 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, that was an impressive at bat, too. He fouled off some tough pitches.
Steve TOLLESON now. And here's what the bullpen does.
Worked the count to 3-2, and boom. Down in the zone is a danger spot for Chris Davis. He can really drop the head, and he does right here, and deposits out on Utah Street, or bounces around on the deck out there.
What a nice, easy swing that was.
Oh, so smooth.
So Davis hits number 7. He now has 20 RBIs. So 6 of the 9 hitters in this lineup tonight now have at least 20 RBIs. There's that balance again.
Yeah.
TOLLESON fouls it off on a check swing.
It's a dangerous lineup all the way through. It really is. Power and production. Chris Davis, of course, batting average on the rise, up around 300. Has unlimited power potential.
Well, he broke the long home run drought with the home run on Monday. He had gone from May the 1st to May the 21st in 62 at-bats without a homer. And now he's got 2 on this homestand with the home run here tonight. TOLLESON toward shortstop, charging is ESCOBAR, and he throws on the run with that strong arm, and he gets it across the first. Inning is over. But the Orioles pick up 2 more, a 1-out walk to Wieters, and then Chris Davis with his 7th home run, a 2-run shot to the flat court. 8-0 O's. Will take them out against Felipe Paulino, who was terrific against the Orioles last week. Our coverage on Massa 2 begins at 3:30 with those extra presented by Jeep, and then game coverage at 4 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on Massa, and there's your pitching matchup.
Yeah, you were right. Paulino threw the ball really well. against the Orioles his last outing. And CHEN looking to bounce back after his rough outing against the Nationals over the weekend.
Eric HOSMER will lead off. He is 0 for 3. Pomerantz stays on. Ball 1 back to the screen. When Pomerantz first joined the Orioles, when he was called up for that Texas series, the first game he got into was the very first game of that series, and he did pitch 3 innings. So if he could do that again tonight, not only would he rest the rest of the bullpen, he'd earn a save, even though the Orioles have an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I think Pomerantz is one of these guys that can throw extra innings and help save that bullpen. That you know, we've been talking potentially could have been overworked here recently. But Buck and Rick Adair have done a nice job of managing them, and they've still stayed pretty fresh.
Before the game, when he met with reporters, as he does every day, Buck Showalter was asked, well, why Pomerantz at the expense of the bench player? And it was Bill Hall who was designated for assignment. That's how they got both Paulino and Pomerantz here. 2 on the HOSMER's high ball 3, and Buck said, well, we needed to add an arm to the pen. The pen has been a strength, and we want to protect it. So you get that extra arm, and you could distribute the innings a little more evenly. Ground ball towards the middle. There's a base hit. So he fell behind HOSMER, and HOSMER gets a base hit. Leadoff single here in the 8th. With 7 strikeouts tonight so far, Bryan has won a total of $1,200 from the Maryland Lottery. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, play Strike It Rich scratch-offs and enter your non-winning ticket codes at mdlottery.com/strikeitrich. Here's Billy Butler, who is DHing tonight. 1 out of 3. High fly ball to deep center field, chasing Jones back, and on the warning track he makes the catch. Now Butler just missed hitting it out, hit it to the deeper part of the ballpark, so it's a long fly ball and 1 away.
Yeah, he got that ball up in the zone a little bit and drove it to pretty close to being the deepest part of the park and chased Adam Jones back. Nice play.
Mike Moustakas, who is batting cleanup now. When the Orioles were in Kansas City last week, it was Alex Gordon in the cleanup spot, but now it's Moustakas who takes high. 23-year-old. Made his major league debut last year on June the 10th.
And it's kind of become one of the best, quietly become one of the best third basemen actually in the game.
Fly ball to right. Markakis has it lined up, and he has it for the out. And 2 away here with 1 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. 28,954 on hand here tonight. The fans lined up on the flag court. And that pitch inside to FRANCOEUR. And that center field bar patio is packed to the rafters tonight. Fast becoming a popular spot here at Oriole Park. Foul back.
Yeah, I can see it always being full this summer, you know, when it heats up out there, and get to enjoy some adult beverages out there and a good ball game.
And all you need is a ticket. No matter where your seat is in the ballpark, you can go there. Fastball's high. And if you're lucky enough to get one of those seats, just don't give it up.
Yeah.
Stay there. Two and one on FRANCOEUR. Hard hit ball. That is foul. And it's Barksdale. A little delay in the call there.
Nice play by the ball boy down in the corner.
Now, you working with him also before the game?
No.
Now, on the day off yesterday, did you have to go down and hang out with Brian at Bowie?
No, I did not. I did not. I hung out with my family.
Here's the 2-2. It's fouled off. Well, you should be applauded for all the hard work you've put in with Brian Roberts. And certainly he was doing the work, but you were there with him from day one of spring training, and now he's beginning that next important step to getting back.
Yeah, it's been fun, working with Brian. He's obviously come a long way, and he's on the right track, and it's great to see the excitement in his eyes. I remember last year, it was just when he came and visited the team in Tampa, it was just hard to see. I mean, he was just so down and upset about not being able to be a part of the team. And to see just that good look in his eye, like he's hungry to get back on the field, I think makes everybody excited about it, for him and the Orioles.
FRANCOEUR really battling here, the 2-2, and he fouls off another one. So the 8th pitch will be coming here in this at bat. 5 foul balls. HAMMEL 1-6. Pomeranz on for his second inning. Line drive, and that is foul. Just fouled down the line. Fans, visit Orioles.com/bobblehead, and you can vote for the AT&T Fans Choice bobblehead on September 30th. One Oriole will make his bobblehead debut, and you get to decide which player you want. You could vote for Mark Reynolds, J.J. Hardy, Tommy Hunter, Jake Arrieta, or Robert Andino. Voting ends on Thursday, and Hardy and Andino are leading in a very tight race for first. So go online, Orioles.com/bobblehead for all the details. Another 2-2 pitch, and he fouled it back. Wow.
FRANCOEUR, being the veteran hitter that he is, continues to battle tough off Stu Pomeranz. Tough pitching, too.
Takes ball 3. So that was the 10th pitch. He fouled off 6 in a row since the count went to 2-1.
And that was a tough pitch to take right there.
HOSMER will go on the 3-2. And it's popped up back this way. And Dana Evelyn now begins to get loose. As Pomeranz works in his second inning. And now is up over 30 pitches. "11 pitches he has seen. And rips it to center field, chasing Jones back. And that ball gets out of here. That's a 2-run homer. What a battle won by Jeff FRANCOEUR. On the 12th pitch of the at-bat, it's a 2-run home run.
4th home run of the year, and he just worked hard for that one. He got a pitch. Pomeranz says, "Here you go." And FRANCOEUR said, "Well, this is what I'm going to do with it." And when you get rewarded after battling 12 pitches with a home run, feel pretty good about yourself. And they're giving him some love in there.
Here's Alex Gordon. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike. So the first runs allowed by Stu Pomeranz. And there's a bouncer to second. Right there is Andino. And the inning ends. So the 2-run home run by FRANCOEUR will go to the bottom of the 8th at Camden Yards. The Orioles enjoying an 8-2 lead. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And Stu Pomeranz talking with Jake Arrieta on the bench as he allows the 2-run home run to FRANCOEUR. The first earned runs he has allowed all year, minors or majors.
Pretty incredible. He worked his way right back up through. He had an opportunity in spring training. Every level he went to, he dealt. Made it to the big leagues and dealt again. Of course, getting sent back down. But first 2 runs of the year, that's pretty impressive.
He did allow 2 unearned runs in a stop at Bowie where he began the year, but those are the first earned runs on the year. Here's Xavier Avery against Coleman. Ball 2 down and in.
And FRANCOEUR really had to work for that. 12 pitches at bat.
Yeah, 12 pitch at bat for the 2-run home run for FRANCOEUR. Avery pops it up. Escobar is calling it shortstop. And he has it for the out and 1 down here in the Oriole 8th. Here's an update on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game, and the fans like pitching tonight. There's Jason HAMMEL, 61%. Still time to vote, A, B, or C, to 31826. And Tom and Rick will have the results coming up on those extra postgame. Robert Andino's had a good night. He is the leadoff hitter against left-handed pitching. And when a right-hander starts, he generally bats ninth. He and Avery have been flip-flopping. Robert had a bunt single. Avery was at second base and nobody down after he walked and stole second. Beat HOSMER's throw. Chen thought he had him picked off. Foul back the other way. And then Andino came up and really noticed the defense perfectly, because Escobar was trying to keep Avery close at second. Opened up a lot of room on there, and he bunted it past the mound for a base hit. And Coleman gets him. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. A second strikeout for Coleman, and 2 down in the Oriole 8th.
Well, another slider. He's fallen in love with that slider to righties, and he's actually thrown it to lefties as well. So utilizing it to Robert Andino, down and away.
J.J. Hardy, 2 out of 4, drove in 2 with a double in the 5th inning rally. He now has 17 RBIs in May. Fastball's outside. Curveball inside. Kansas City will have the lower third of the lineup coming up. PENA, FALU, and ESCOBAR in the 9th. And it looks like it'll be against Dana Eveland. Hardy fouls it back. 2 balls and a strike on the Orioles shortstop. Look at Dare talking with Stu Pomeranz. Coaching goes on even between innings.
Sure. Never stop learning. You never stop making adjustments. I mean, that's what the game is all about. I mean, you play it every day, and everybody learns from each other, and they have to, you know, make adjustments to hitters, to pitches. I mean, every inning something goes on.
And that's low ball 4, and J.J. Hardy will take a 2-out walk. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com At-Bat 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, or Windows Mobile. You'll get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text At-Bat to 31826 or visit Orioles.com for all the details. And that is a really good app.
Yeah, you have it?
Oh, absolutely. And there's a strike. Follow out-of-town games and video highlights. That's good.
I actually have that app too.
Oh. You deked me. Markakis is 2 out of 3. 16th multi-a-game. This one to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Hardy is heading to third. He'll be held by DeMarlo Hale as the Royals get that ball in quickly. So Markakis has a 3-hit game and 2 on after 2 men down for the Orioles.
Well, after a scare in the first inning, getting hit on the wrist, he's answered with three hits and 2 doubles. Drives it into the right center gap, and he's shown he can hit the ball to left field. He hit the left center field gap with a double. And here they make an adjustment with the pitching, and he drives it to the right center field gap. Nice job, Nick Markakis.
The Orioles' 11th base hit on the night. Adam Jones swings through it. Adam got the Orioles' first run with a sac fly in the first inning, and it stayed 1-0 until the bottom of the 5th.
And the Orioles exploded.
Down and away again. He swings through it 0-2. Markakis with 2 doubles on the night. Now has 11 doubles. And he now has 20 extra base hits. Oh, and 2 the count on Adam Jones. And able to foul it off. Chen went 4 plus 5 batters. Herrera came on, completed the 5th. Also worked the 6th. And Coleman's on for his 2nd inning as he came on in the 7th, and he's working here in the 8th. 0-2 on Jones. And a high pop-up right side of the infield. Hosmer is calling. And he's got it for the out, and the inning ends. So a 2-out walk followed by a double, 2 left. We'll head to the 9th. The Orioles 3 outs away from a series opening win. At Southwest.com and by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup. Downtown Baltimore on this Friday night. Lively crowd on hand. And Dana Evelyn comes on to work here in the ninth, looking for the final 3 outs.
Yeah, he's been in 4 games, a 4.26 ERA, 12 innings, 12.2 innings pitched, 12 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 base on balls, an uncharacteristic with 5 Ks, 235 against the lefties. Righties are hitting 276 with the 1 home run. Yeah, when Dana, you know, he can stay around the plate. He has some good stuff. He's been hurt by some walks and some hit batsmen recently.
Brian Pena will jump over to the other side. The switch hitter will bat right. And strike 1. Eight to 2 game. Orioles have the lead. Pena's 0 for 3 on the night. And pops it up to shallow right. Long run in for Markakis. He will get there, puts on the brakes, and makes the catch.
Ooh. Almost popped out.
So late in games, best run differential in 9th innings on the year. Kansas City has scored 20. They have allowed only 6, so plus 14. Second best to only Tampa Bay. So they have a lot of late inning thunder. They trail by 6, and they have 2 outs to go. FALU first ball swinging, chases Jones. Adam glides back to it, and 2 down. What a beautiful night. And this enthusiastic crowd coming to its feet at Oriole Park. Like Bordick said, it's a sea of orange here tonight.
It's nice to see, isn't it? Everybody on their feet, appreciating what the Orioles have done so far.
Strike 1 to ALCIDES ESCOBAR. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Line drive, base hit, this time in the left field. So Escobar, the number 9 spot, is 3 out of 4, and he gets a base hit on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, that pitch just kind of stayed up in the zone. He was able to take advantage of it.
And a pinch hitter will come off the bench for Kansas City. Johnny Giovitella will pinch hit for Dyson. Runner goes, broken back ground ball to third. Tolleson throws it across, and the Orioles win the opener of this 3-game series. Outstanding night all around. The starting pitcher set the tone. The Orioles with a 5-run 5th, and the bullpen pitches the final 3 innings, and the Orioles win it. Final score at Camden Yards: 11 base hits for the Birds, Orioles 8 and the Royals 2.